Let's get it cracking. We in there, bit?
Damn.
Yes, sir. What's going on, y'all? Hello, all you cats and kittens. We outside. All out is finished, and the boys are back in town. You see, it's Uncle Black up in the upper left hand corner, and right across over there, we got Chris, and then right beneath, we got Donovan from the downtime in the rain.
Man, we just saw a man fucking die.
You know what we did? We did, and we're gonna talk about it. What a program! Tony Khan and the gang over at AEW just did all out in the Now Arena in Chicago area, Illinois, and we got a lot to talk about, man. So I feel like since it's fresh on our mind, we can get into the main event. Well, not even the main event because technically it wasn't on the card. It wasn't a part of the show because AEW had nothing to do with the lights out shebang bang steel cage match between Swerve and Hangman Adam Page.
That
Gentlemen,
shit was insane,
gentlemen,
dog.
where do we want to start?
The center block was the hardest worker in that ring.
Listen, that center block is getting a check. You heard me. Big check for the center block. Didn't budge a muscle.
That match was way worse than what I thought that they were going to have. And I think that this one topped the Texas Death Match
Absolutely.
in not good ways.
I will say the Texas Death Match had like grotesqueness though. Like, I mean, you can't top fucking Hangman just drinking Swerve's blood and then spewing it out.
Yes, I don't
Compared-
think nothing's gonna.
But counter would be that syringe spot, which I wish was a little bit more grotesque if they were going to go that route, but they didn't. So
I'm be honest. I think I'm in a minority. I think I am with Jim Ross in this regard because Jim was pissed. Jr. was fed up after something else that happened, but we'll get into that in due course. He was at this point. Jr. was already just the angriest person in the world about what was going on out here. You feel me? What up, Duke City?
What's up, Duke City
happening?
Warriors?
What's
And then
going
Three
on?
State already put. I just hope everyone had fun.
Yes,
My
sir.
guy, I understand everybody probably had fun, but damn,
Son.
just damn.
Listen, I said put the kids to bed, and I hope y'all did because if y'all didn't, your kids are scarred. You hear me? They scarred.
Put the kids to bed, put grandpa to bed, put the dog to bed, put everybody to bed. Because
Everybody who is not a regular here, put them to bed.
This was a great match. I feel like we finally got the end of the story. Weird that even though it's best of 3, Hangman gets the final win when Swerve already won the first 2. But let Swerve have like a few months off, or at least a month off. Like, give him some time to just coast, relax, enjoy this new fancy contract. What is up, Duke City Warriors? Oh, you are going to the fair tomorrow. Say hi to everyone for us from Downtime in the Ring. Yeah, definitely. It was just like I'm fidgeting with my hand because I'm trying to think of like the words to say for this match, for this non-sanctioned lights out match. And like I understand the gimmick of the non-sanctioned part. I'm like, all right, cool. It ain't gonna be as bad. No, it got pretty bad pretty fast.
Verily, the staple gun made the immediate appearance, and it didn't disappoint. And at one point, the Chicago crowd was asking for fire. I was praying that we didn't get fire. We got enough fire.
I wanted fire.
Of course you did. We got enough fire. As is. I think we're good in that department.
No, but I wanted fire. Like I was very much like, we need fire in this.
No. And look, we got a hypodermic needle spot. Just just I don't even know where. And I never thought that would be a sentence that would come out of my mouth when I'm talking about professional wrestling. Like initially, I'm thinking like, oh my God, Hangman's lost it. He's shooting up dope in Swerve's face for the world to see. What the hell? Wrestling's going to hell. I'm with Jim Ross. Stop it. But that didn't happen. It was just nasty. And
Kind of.
I mean,
I kind of wanted Hangman to do a house call with the needle in his mouth. That would have been intense.
That's some Saw 2 vibes, like right there.
Like I'm just saying, if they're gonna go grotesque, I was like, oh, you presented a needle into this. You can't just not do stuff like that. Maybe so because it's pay-per-view, but who knows? I was like, ooh, I liked what they did though.
Yeah, that's like some stuff where you just wish you were backstage and you were like you're gonna do what now? Like you just want to know that meeting. You just
a house call as a needle whilst in your mouth, just so you know. We'll call it in the ring. That's pretty much what that match was.
Exactly. Duke City. Crazy show. Listen, I feel like I don't want to, let's not undersell the crazy work chair shot to take us home in that match because those just get gnarlier and gnarlier every time I see one. I don't care how worked they are.
Yeah. That was the part that scared me the most is we got to witness work chair shots live. That didn't sound anything like what we've gotten to hear. That was so.
That was Ken Shamrocky as hell. Like Jack Perry did it, and then Swerve did it. Who else?
Oh man, party time! What up, Rusty? What up, man? Welcome to the party. Hey, look at the chair.
Or a work chair.
Oh wow. That's like, a work shot.
It ain't gonna look like that, dog. It ain't gonna look like that.
Hey, yo, Rusty starting off hot, yo. Rusty's back. Let's go.
Oh, man. Hangman coming out to Benoit's music next week.
No.
I would pop. Quite a program, man. So let's get into the rest of the show, man, from top to bottom. We kicked the show off with
I love you too, Eric. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Look,
man fuck Rolando.
And sorry, Rolando.
Oh man. Yeah, let's get you're in charge. What's up?
No, it's all good. MJF taking on Daniel Garcia to open up All Out here tonight. Thoughts on that match here? I mean, we got a lot of color early.
I loved it. I loved every bit of it, dude. I loved it so much. The only thing that I hate, and I understand it's for the story, but I'm tired of hearing about it because we're probably never going to see it again, is bringing up the Diamond Dallas ring so much. Like, I understand, cool. It'll slowly fade away, but I'm like, we all know what the fuck happened to it.
Yo, it's me. It's Diamond Dallas ring.
Well, that's what originally what called the first year that it was put in. It was the Diamond Dallas ring before the AEW
Diamond ring.
What?
The Diamond ring?
I'm gonna need to fact check that. I never thought it was called the Diamond Dallas.
Because Diamond Dallas Page presented it for the first
for the meme, yes, probably, yes.
Yeah.
Validated.
He was the one that presented it first, even though MJF was like, I'm a your daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rusty.
Rusty, you should have joined the Discord, bro. I posted it. Should have joined the Discord.
Yeah.
That's on you.
It's a good time. All the while, man, Daniel got a modicum of revenge after a top rope pile driver, and Excalibur won the night, just being so sorry for Max. Like, even though he's a terrible person, nobody deserves to go out like that.
No, everybody deserves that, dude.
Listen, I'm
saying this pay-per-view was way better, sponsored by vodka.
Absolutely. positively. Max had to win in this situation, and it's okay. I'm glad he did.
I don't know.
All right,
3D Diamond Bong 6-way ladder match.
I'm not mad at that. That could work. That could be a thing. After that, man, we get the tag team title match. The Bucks versus Claudio and Wheeler. So, I mean, I say that match was just here because I knew the Bucks was gonna win, but it did what it was supposed to do. The Bucks
It was
snuck out.
just there to give a Bucks a shine on All Out. I feel like Bucks in Chicago, put them in a match and have them win.
Absolutely.
At this
The
fucking
crowd.
point, it should have just been the finger poke of fucking death. It's
It's
so fucking pointless. It's so stupid. Fucking, I'm tired of it. Like, I don't even get excited because I
Not
know
even
that
the sneakers.
the
Nope.
pump it up.
should have just
I
done a
know.
fucking
Pump it up.
fucking pump finger poke of death or some bullshit. Like, it's just stupid, wasted time. Could have put somebody else over.
It's a good match. Claudio and Wheeler.
Oh, no,
did
it
what
was-
they supposed to do.
It was a great match. Don't get me wrong. Like, the in-ring work is fantastic. Everybody in there, deserves to be on the pay-per-view except the Bucks. But it's just, we know what it is, and it's going to continue to be what it is until they get bored and they don't want the belts anymore. So I'm like, should have finger poked to death it.
Heard that.
Outrunners as new AEW tag champs.
I would not be mad at that.
Outrunners are over as fuck.
I would be 100%
Organically
behind that.
too. I'm not mad at how organic it happened.
They're fucking Rick Bugenhagen in NXT.
Buyenhagen?
Bugenhagen.
Oh,
No,
Bugenhagen.
yeah. Rick Bugenhagen.
Absolutely. All right. Well, after
Wasn't that his original name?
I think
Rick
so.
Bugenhagen?
Yeah. Richard Bugenhagen, and then they changed it to Rick Boogs.
Man, listen, that guy. Jesus.
FTR don't even need the belts anymore. At
Finger
that
poke
point.
of death to let
It-
FTR win.
Like, I would say FTR is in the same boat. Like, both of those motherfuckers don't need the belt.
At all. Someone else could definitely use it.
Top Flight.
Top Flight definitely deserves the belts.
Bring back the Japanese tag team that first started in AEW. What were they name? What was their name?
I don't even remember them.
But anywho, like Top Flight, the conglomeration, because why not put the ROH title
Even
on?
though Ishii's killed off.
Right. And Mark Briscoe is just going to be Mark Briscoe. All you got to do is cut a promo and he good.
What other tag teams are there?
Private Party. They can do
2.0.
something. They haven't had him yet.
Yeah. Well, one's having a baby, the other's on commentary.
The Undisputed Kingdom, and finally give them something back again.
God
Hopefully.
damn.
Yeah.
Will Hobbs and Wardlow.
Oh,
Where is Hobbs
Jeez.
at?
I apparently
The Book of Hobbs was returned to
he
the library.
he got
so-
injured, is what Fightful reported last week. He's been out
Oh,
with a leg
wow.
injury.
Well, get well soon, Hobbs. Let's get on to the next match, man. Pac versus Ospreay. Now, I'll be honest. Up until this point in the show, I feel like the crowd had their hands on their ass because wasn't nobody really making no noise, and they really woke up when this match started. I say the crowd put this shit over before it started. All right. Any thoughts so far on this Pac Ospreay match? Because I felt like they was definitely trying to kill each other.
I liked it.
I want it again. I want it 2 times more. I want it in an unsanctioned lights out steel cage match.
I think maybe one less Poison Rana and maybe a different style move like a Stormbreaker. But other than that, it was a good match.
I want a ladder match, honestly.
I mean, I was thinking like, on what planet was this match not going to be good? The planet of not good matches. That's probably gonna be the only place that was
the
gonna happen.
WWE Tribalist planet is where
Probably,
this match was not good.
Definitely. And moving on to, in my opinion, in a short window, was number 2 on my list for match of the night. Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander in a Chicago street fight, aka Thumbtacks to the Coochie 2024.
Tax to the coochie, bro.
Tax to the Coochie 2024, baby.
Tax to the coochie.
Because these ladies went
Them
crazy.
coochie tax, bro. Like that's
Bruh,
insane,
she bust
dog.
the splits in the tax. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch.
So while I was getting buzzed and watching this shit, because I finished this bottle of vodka, I was like, damn, pro wrestling has like a goth Pokemon just line, because you have Julia Hart and then you have Chris Statlander, and then the final evolution is Rhea Ripley. And I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. But overall, that's why I was like texting you. I was like, tax to the coochie.
That's why, yo, I saw that and I popped immediately from it, yo.
I was like, dude, the light tubes, man, that made my heart happy.
That was gnarly. I was not looking for that, yo.
And then
Gnarly.
when I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, GCW. The flip through the table, I was like, damn. Fuck.
When she landed on her head. Oof.
Like,
Oof.
Brett Lauderdale is shaking his fist somewhere right now. I'm
One
gonna regret that one.
guy, one jar, Brett.
Statlander did them. Oh,
Wild.
That was a problem. And I feel like I wasn't expecting for this match to go so hard. But, you know, I feel like Stat was right to get the dub out of this and finally end this whole damn feud.
I was happily surprised considering like I've seen it's like every time I turn on AEW, I see Chris Statlander versus Nightingale, and I'm like, okay, what the hell are they gonna do this time? Okay, let's see. So I enjoyed it.
it was I think this is probably, other than the TJ versus the Bunny and Ruby Soho, this is like the only other good street fight AEW's ever had. Because these girls outperform the guys in most street fights. Other than you putting like Swerve and Hangman in the same building together, then somebody's gonna get stapled and now stabbed.
And now poked as well. And you know what? I believe that Duke City Warriors. I believe that. She definitely is a great champion, and I feel like now with the many layers that there is of one Willow Nightingale, you know, who knows?
As long as the CEO exists, Willow Nightingale will never get a championship in New Japan again, unfortunately. And that sucks to say, because I completely ignored the Mercedes Moné match, so I won't even talk about that.
That was my restroom match. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can skip that one when we get to it. Next was the Fatal 4-Way for the Continental Classic Championship match, or as I like to call it, the Okada Showcase match, because in these matches, for some reason, the Rainmaker does not lose. And I like to think that this was a fun bout. You had Okada versus Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita taking on Mark Briscoe in a 4-way. And I feel like this was a fun match to, you know, break up all the shenanigans in chicanery and to get us ready for the craziness that was happening later on in the show. What you guys think about that?
Actually, I'm gonna let Chris go because I'm gonna just rant.
Oh yes,
I liked it. I was kind of going for Takeshita.
I was
because, the Okada thing is running its course for far too long for me. I like it, like the whole flip everyone off and stuff like that. It's cool, and then
it's so good.
But like, Okada's just enjoying that paycheck, which he should. But I feel like he's just like, oh well, I can do whatever the hell I want, and I'll still get this paycheck, and I'm still gonna be champion because I'm with the Bucks. So, I was kind of wanting Takeshita just to give it something new. Shit, I would have taken Orange Cassidy to give it something new. And final point, Mark Briscoe and the ROH title should not be on AEW television.
I second that.
Okay, so now Chris is done, because that's the only thing I'm gonna argue they should be on there, but they should be on AEW television. They shouldn't be in a match. 2, I agree with Chris. Takeshita should have won it because the Continental Classic is coming up, the annual yearly tournament. There's no fucking way Okada's going to do it. There's no fucking way that Okada's going to do the AEW G1. Like, I don't. There's he's already done enough. He's not going to do it. He wrestles fairly frequently, but he won't do it. They need to put the belt on Takeshita. Orange doesn't need it because Orange basically created the international title and gave it the workhorse stigma that Will Ospreay's now carried. But yeah, once I saw Mark Briscoe was in the match, I was like, Chris is going to say it shouldn't be on there. And I don't agree with that because I'm like, it should because they're the same company.
Right.
But also, he shouldn't be in the match. Like, he should not be allowed in any matches. Any qualifying matches, he should just do segments because he's teamed with Orange. And if anything, Orange and the conglomeration or whatever they're going to do should move to Ring of Honor.
If the ROH title should be on an AEW pay-per-view, it should be the culmination of a story off of ROH into AEW.
Yeah.
Like, it should be a singles title match.
And see, I'm saying like just segments. Like, Mark Briscoe should have been like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in your corner for like Orange in the conglomeration," which is I have no idea what the fuck this is. I haven't been able to watch AEW regularly for like 3 weeks, so I have no idea what this is. But yeah, he should not be. And then like their third member is already out because he's back in Japan. His excursion is over. So I'm like, I agree with Chris. It shouldn't be in a match, but it should be in segments.
All right, well, we can skip over this next match. I will announce it, though. Mercedes Moné had her match against Shida, and, she won. And, cool. Yeah, we move on to the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. The new champion, Bryan Danielson, taking on my favorite, your favorite, and everybody else's favorite. Fuck you, scapegoat Jack Perry. And I'll say this. The match itself, it went exactly how you would see this type of match going because in my soul, I knew Jack wasn't going to win. But I knew that this was going to be some good cooking because he is a right dick. And Danielson is the one that kicked somebody's fucking head in. So it was the perfect mix for a match that didn't really have much jeopardy. And it seemed like a good title defense, a good first title defense for Bryan Danielson. So, and then the finish, Jesus, we'll all get into the finish in due course. But guys, any thoughts about the match?
I liked it. I thought it was great. It's definitely one that when somebody who has not watched wrestling is like, what's wrestling is something that I'll be like, hey, watch this and like show the build up to what this is and all of that. I think that it was good enough for that. I like that he drove the little bus van thing in and then you had the goat head like a satanic worshiper. That was kind of cool. The belt's cool. Yeah, that's my thoughts. There's not really much more into it until we talk about the end.
It's one of those matches where it's like, okay, we have Bryan Danielson as champion. How are they?
Bro, I fuck up on that all the time.
How are they going to continue the momentum of this win that I think me and Don both didn't really want? And to see how it would kind of play out. I was expecting a Darby Allin sort of interference. I was expecting a Young Bucks interference. Blackpool, I was like, well, I mean, they were in the match earlier, so I get it. But like for the match itself, I kind of liked it. There was a lot of close calls that I thought were going to like end it for me. Up until basically anytime Jack Perry does a backflip overselling a move, that's the end of the match for me. So
and that was, and we get to the end of the match after a backflipping Busaiku knee from Bryan Danielson, which led to the end and the interesting part of the evening now, because out comes Luchasaurus. Oh, my fault. Excuse me. Death Switch, Death Note, Kill Lock.
Kill
Death
Switch,
Note.
Death Note.
Kill
fucking light Yagami. It just fucking comes out.
Kill Switch attacks Bryan Danielson, lays him out, and then out of nowhere, Christian's music hits. And of course, this is where Donovan's like, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh yeah, Dad,
with
he's
this.
coming out, bro.
And he has a championship match whenever he wants. And it looked like he was getting ready to use it, but as he was approaching the ring, we get interrupted. He gets stopped at the ring apron by Jon Moxley, soon to be joined by Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and the Bastard Pac. And
Don't forget Marina.
Marina as well. And it seems like everything is good. The Blackpool Comedy.
Blackpool
Blackpool-
Comedy Club. No,
Black-
that's what they are now. The Blackpool Comedy Club.
The Blackpool Comedy Club here. Jesus Christ.
Because they were a fucking joke.
We're standing tall. And then out of nowhere, Claudio Castagnoli clocks Danielson out of nowhere. And I feel like the red herring was Claudio and Mox both had white tees on. Wheeler was not in on this.
the
And
plain
then-
white tees.
The plain white tees popped out, and Mox tried to kill Danielson. He put a plastic bag over his head.
The first instance of attempted murder in this pay-per-view.
This was the exact moment where JR blew a gasket. His cowboy hat flew off his head, and he was mad as hell. He said, "It has no place in wrestling." Exactly, Rusty. Wheeler crying. It was pandemonium. Guys, please carry on. Thoughts, comments, everybody. Go ahead.
Just what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, no, you were right. So Christian comes out and I'm like, oh yeah, the AEW Money in the Bank contract is basically gonna be his. I'm super excited. I'm like, we're not gonna get too much more of a story from Bryan Danielson. And then when they all stand together, I was like, don't do this. Not here. And then they did the thing.
But it wasn't Mox though.
No, it was
until it was Mox.
it was fucking Mr. Clean fucking cleaned him, and then
It's the
fucking
coffee man.
goddamn Moxley decided, "Hey, I'm just gonna put you in a snuff film," and tried to suffocate him. And I was like, all right, cool, this is interesting. Wheeler's crying was stupid.
Oh, it was just no.
Like, no, I'm like, you ain't even gonna try and fight Pac
Pac
to
had
save him.
him hemmed up.
I'm like, you ain't even gonna fight. Like, and then what was Marina do? Marina was just there. She's just
Kicked the
chilling.
referee. Just kick Bryce. Just kicked his ass.
Her husband's neck isn't strong enough, so she's like, I gotta be in the main story to pay the bills here.
I gotta
So-
go out here.
I gotta be out with all these fuckers. Yeah, that was my thoughts. I was just like, oh, I can't wait to see Twitter just absolutely tear AEW apart for this shit. Which, speaking of which, while Chris gives his thoughts, I'm gonna look at Twitter and see how they're tearing AEW apart for this shit.
So I guess it's not the Blackpool Combat Club anymore.
It's the comedy
It's-
club.
It's the
It's the
comedy
comedy
club now.
It's the Ohio Fighters Guild, I guess, at this point. I don't care.
Ohio Fighters Guild is
Pro
crazy.
Wrestling Tee is about to sell that plastic bag on their next whatnot auction.
Hey,
But like,
Philly.
I was hoping for Moxley when he was like kind of doing his thing with Marina Shafir in the lead up to like from the return to the appearance of Shafir. I thought he was going to like completely just disregard the Combat Club, and like we were gonna get Moxley and his new group versus the Combat Club, yada yada, the Shane Henchman, the Shane Henchman Club, the Shane Henchman.
Shane Henchman is phenomenal.
I was kind of hoping to see Shane appear. That would have been a nice little.
That would have been too much,
surprise.
man. Listen, that would have been too much before the main event. My chest would have been able to take all that. Internet would have shut down. Because they'd have like, follow that, bitches. Like, oh no, not that.
At that point, Swerve would have to have like taken multiple syringes to the body.
At that point, somebody had to get shot. That'd be the
Or
only
burned.
way. Someone has to get shot or burned if Shane McMahon debuts.
Hey, they
on
asked for
Raw.
fucking fire, dude. I'm just saying.
But I will say with that segment, I'm curious. It gets me curious as to how they're going to approach this because they're still trios champions. So it's like, what are they going to do? Kick Yuta out and then just Freebird roll it?
Yuta gonna get right. No. Yuta gonna understand. Like, look here, I understand that Danielson, that's your OG, right? But you know what this is, Yuta. You better get down and lay down. So I feel like Yuta gonna he gonna come around, or I mean, listen, they walked off without him, so we'll figure this out and see what happens. I'm sure.
I love it because I'm looking at posts right now and everybody's asking the same thing that Chris is asking, which is like, they're trios champs though. Like, how does this work?
Freebird rule.
I mean, it could work.
So, but I don't know. I was kind of like hoping that Mox would do something like he would split off from the group and then fight with the Combat Club. You know, give Mox and Danielson the next kind of title match build.
Oh no, they get
maybe.
Oh, it's happening.
So, but
I can see Danielson on Dynamite. Mox, you tried to kill me. You
Danielson's going to join the conglomeration.
That makes so much sense now.
I hate it so fucking much.
It's gonna happen now because he just said that.
I don't want that.
Can you imagine Danielson?
I'd rather him be in Private Party than the conglomeration.
Oh, that's dang. That's a shot at Private Party. They a good time too now.
Like what's Trent Beretta
they're
doing
great
nowadays?
value street profits, bro.
Like I would have been interested to see Trent Beretta be like enlisted by Mox, you know, because he's bald too. And
who's to say
he's bald too?
Wait, who's to say that that's not on the table right now? I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in the coming weeks.
Christopher Daniels comes back because he's bald too.
Just a bald-headed brother society. It's going down.
Just a bunch of skinheads.
Oh, don't say that out loud.
That's crazy. Not over here, bro.
Yo,
that's more of a Gunther thing, dog.
My sponsors and
Wrong
everybody. We
promotion.
love y'all. We love y'all.
Yeah. Trying to take the title in career or Mox. I don't know if Claudio's title ready.
Claudio's title ready. I don't think that
they gonna put the belt on him.
Yeah, I don't think they'll put the belt on him, but he's title
Claudio's
ready. So
always been title ready.
So Grand Slam is here in a few weeks, and
Yes,
or I think it's like this Wednesday. I have no fucking idea. And guaranteed, Darby Allin has a match for the world title against Bryan Danielson. And in this multiverse of storylines that AEW has, where does he even fit? Is my question. For this,
he's just going to be an amazing pin cushion because he's going to fucking lose this match and move on because Mox is not going to let this shit rock because Mox got murder on his mind. And from what I saw this evening, I feel like Mox has to be the one to take that belt off of him and send him out to pasture.
So he can become the first 4-time AEW world champion.
Why not? Because when Mox arrived, I remember he said, now this is what you call a paradigm shift. I feel like when you look, go back in the history of AEW and you look at everybody when they arrived, how different things became. I feel like once Mox pulled up, it was an immediate impact.
I feel like if they pitch that, Renee's just going to be like, God damn it again. We can't take We can't take our daughter to Disneyland, God damn it. You don't ever let them not put the belt on you. You're the every other champion.
Hey, I'm here for it. And then again, we went back, talked about the main event. Any more thoughts about that match? Or we good? We good in that department? That was
Ow.
ouch. Yes, heavy on the ouch. Thank God there was no fire.
I really wish there
Rusty
was.
was
Though.
expecting fire.
I
He wanted to
really
flame
wish
the
there
table,
was though.
but-
I just wish the top of the cage caught on fire.
Jeez.
I really wanted it to just turn into an
Well,
inferno match for no
I'm
reason.
glad nobody did nothing off of the cage because I'm sure they learned from Adam Copeland. Wherever you are, heel back. Please come back soon.
When Swerve looked at the top, I was like, "Oh no, don't."
He
do
said,
it.
"No."
Don't
I'm like,
do it."
"Swerve, what are you doing, dog?
Protect
Don't
your
do it."
shins, brother. Protect your
Please.
shins.
Oh,
I mean, protect his. He did protect his shins, but didn't protect his lumbar.
No.
Again, the hard. Listen, can we please give a shout out one more time to the hardest working man in the locker room this evening, the Cinder Block. Some compare him to Bradshaw. Some compare him to Blackjack. Some just say he's the stiffest worker in the room. And I
He's
believe
stone cold.
he is stone cold.
Better than The Rock.
Jesus. Long live the Cinder Block, man. All right.
That was a good match overall, though.
Great match. Great show, man. Way to take us home. Hopefully we
Hopefully
get
it
a break
writes Swerve off for
for
a
a
while.
while. Definitely for a while. And
On the
Thoughts
no
on the-
show headshot.
Thoughts on the no-show headshot with chair?
it hurt.
Ow. Ow.
It hurt a lot.
Ken Shamrock would be proud.
Mick Foley is cringing right now for sure. Foley said, "Ouch."
Mick Foley saw that and was like, that boy lost his sense of smell, just like me.
I know what's gonna happen next.
CTE.
All right. Well, I think that was it. That was all out. All right. Y'all guys, let's do the send off. Tell them where they can reach you and tell them where they can find you and all the stuff. Just plug all your stuff that you need to plug.
Cool. You can find us at Downtime in the Ring on the YouTubes and on the Facebook and on the Instagram because it's Downtime in the Ring everywhere. Yeah, you can follow us that. If you go and see my latest post, we actually have a Discord too. That if you join it, we stream the pay-per-views so people can enjoy them because they
Also, we are on the road to 500 subs, and we'll announce more on that once we hit that milestone. But we are giving away a ECW television title, very apropos to the hardcore-ness of this pay-per-view.
Absolutely. Listen, thank you guys for joining me this evening. Follow me on everything, Uncle Black 215. Follow the page, 2.5 Heels. Follow our Patreon. I just got an announcement. We got our very first ever subscriber up on the Patreon. So
I'm gonna win. I'm a belt collector.
hell yes. So look, we outside with it. Y'all pull up, come see what we got going on. And that being said, we'll see y'all on the next episode.
Mr. Clean Club.
I like that. He got that one in. I like that one.
Mr.
I like that
Clean
one.
Club.
Mr. And that's it. That's perfect. Mr. And on that note, man, we'll see y'all on the next time. All right. Out.